Yeah. I'll start with saying how I got into this lifestyle, this raw food movement. Back in South Africa, I was obese, I was overweight. I was hitting 91 kilograms. I don't know what that transfers into pounds. But I was pretty heavy. I was always tired. I'd eat whatever I chose, what I want. I'd go out and order 3-4 double burgers, have competitions with friends of mine eating burgers, order the largest pizza you can possibly buy, eat it all. And eventually, I was sleeping nearly all day. Anytime that I had a moment to watch the TV, sit down, I'd want to sleep. I'd always be tired. I would sleep for 10 to 12 hours. I'd wake up, I'd be tired. And my life was just going downhill. Praise God for my mom. She's always been very healthy, health conscious, and she started introducing a lot of health things, and eventually led me to this raw food movement here, which I came and I studied for 3 weeks, and that opened a whole new door and understanding to this lifestyle. Because when somebody mentioned raw food to me before, I thought it was, well, you're just going to eat salads, and that wasn't for me. I said all the time, I want something. I'm a man. I want something filling, I want meat, I want something, maybe the men will relate, something that fills me, something that makes me feel strong, and salads won't do that for me. Anyway, so that's how I got into it. I'm very blessed and thankful to God that my mom led me to that, and I was able to study this. And today I'm going to share some things with you, why you should get into this, or at least try to incorporate, even if it's a minimal effort, into your life. Okay, so how I've chosen to do this is I'm going to put my diet into 80% raw, meaning salads, fruits will consist 80% of my diet, and then meats will be 20%. But when I say meats, I mean chicken, turkey and fish, not beef, not lamb. Why not beef and why not lamb? Because your digestive system, even if it's organic or 100% grass-fed beef and lamb, your system struggles to break down the beef and the lamb, which eventually causes a meat and a wheat belly. And that's why you'll see I had it as well. I wasn't very fat, but because I ate a lot of that meat, I was bloated. And so sometimes you might see people who have got a very thin structure, their arms, their legs, everything about them is thin, except they'll have this huge belly. That's due to the meat and everything just not digesting, which causes a bloated effect. Okay, and so when I began eating this way, I gained more energy. I would need less sleep. Like I said, I used to sleep 10, 12 hours, wake up and be very tired. Now I sleep 8 hours, if that. I wake up on my own. I used to need an alarm that would have to wake me up. I have a lot more energy throughout the day. I don't go into mid-afternoons. I used to about between 1 and 3 o'clock. Used to feel like I was done and I needed to rest for another 10 hours. But now I don't have that anymore. If in the middle of the day, 1 or 2 o'clock, I might occasionally feel a decline, I'll just grab an apple or banana and I'll be back. Up until a good 10 o'clock, I'll go to bed, 10, 11 latest. My sleeping pattern has changed as when I go to bed. Worst things to eat when you're in the world, when you're not on this diet or not aware of it, is sugar. That's the first enemy. There's sugar all over the show. I mean, you need to, when you get into this lifestyle, the first thing you'll pick up is everything that you purchase, you'll want to turn it around and you want to read what's in it. And I came to learn this recently as well, that the order of ingredients, that's the percentage that it's in. So if sugar's listed first, that's what's mostly in your package. Okay, and then the last one will obviously be the least. So sugar, get rid of sugar as much as possible. There is alternatives to sugar, some better than others. Next enemy is dairy. Cow's milk, cow's yogurt, cow's ice cream. For me, myself, I got off cow's dairy, small deviation here, how I found out that I was lactose intolerant. I went to boarding school, and every morning, to fast for the day, every morning when they give us breakfast, because we wouldn't eat again till in the afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock, and I'd have to make sure I'd filled myself that whole day ready for school, I would have a bowl of breakfast or two, and then I would drink 3 or 4 glasses of milk after that. So I'd have that full effect, and eventually I did it for about a month, and eventually I started getting a runny stomach, and I couldn't understand why. I went to the doctor, and he said, have you been drinking a lot of milk lately? And I laughed, and I said, I've been drinking massive quantities of milk. And he said, well, there's a problem. You know, you're lactose intolerant, and all this dairy that you've been consuming has now affected your system. Like I said, for others it might not be the same in regard to goats. I went and I tried sheep and goats, cheese, the milk, all that kind of stuff, and it has not severe as effect as cow's dairy, but it still gives me phlegm. I don't get colds or flu anymore now that I'm on this. I used to get it often two times a year. Flu and cold is a foreign thing to me. It doesn't exist due to dairy. So goat and sheep's dairy was better for me than cow's dairy, but it still gave me phlegm, and it still gave me a mucus in my chest. So I've left that alone. I've gone to completely dairy-free things. After the transition of cow's dairy to goats and sheep's dairy, and learning that wasn't good for me, I went to soy, tofu, which I learned soy actually removes all the nutrients from your body. It flushes your body of all the nutrients that you might have stacked up. And so now I eat, if there's any cheese in that, it's soy-free, dairy-free. It's made out of arrowroot and tapioca flour and lots of other healthy ingredients. It's amazing to me. On the pizza you'll see there's 2 variations of this cheese that I'm talking about. One is a mozzarella and one is a cheddar. That is completely dairy-free, soy-free, everything, and it melts and it stretches just like cheese. And to me, it tastes exactly the same as mozzarella or cheddar that I buy in the store, cow's variety. Okay. What this, in the list you'll read there, what this diet helps you destroy. If you have diabetes, cancer, candida, fibromyalgia, which is another version of candida, is this destroys all those things. If you live on this strictly, when I say strictly, like 80%, nothing less than that, you can get rid of all these different things. Most cancers, not all cancers, most cancers, diabetes, candida, fibromyalgia. Does everyone know what fibromyalgia is? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. A very important to this thing as well is exercise. And I mean, when I say exercise, I don't mean going to the gym and working yourself to death. That's a big thing that I did in the beginning as well. Is I was so in the hunt to get rid of the weight that I thought that I would just work out, run, and I would lose the weight. But losing weight and maintaining healthy, I would say, is 90% what you eat and 10% how you exercise. So change what you put into your body. Exercise, if you just walk for a mile or two, that's if you're overweight, or you even if you're not overweight and you just haven't been doing lots of exercise and you're not fit, walk a mile or two a day. If you need music, listen to music. Maybe use it for prayer time. But get out and walk a mile or two a day. If you want to further that to 3 or 4 miles a day, go ahead. Everything in balance. There isn't excess to exercise, as I've explained as well. So the way that I've got to my peak condition is, if I'm walking, I'll walk till I feel my body says I've had enough. Stop, you've walked, I'm red in the cheeks, I feel like I've done some exercise, and my body says, my legs say stop. And then I'll stop. And then in regard to lifting weights and weight training, I'll do the exact same thing. I'll plan a course for that day, 2 sets of biceps and another 2 sets of triceps. But when my body says, I can feel that day, the minute I do my first set, I can feel immediately my body saying to me, okay, I'm not as strong as I was on Monday. Just slow it down. Maybe put in 1 set of each exercise. And I'll quit. When my body says, I'm tired and you need to stop, listen to your body. Okay, another thing that I didn't mention, I'll mention here quickly, that is important, is there's casein in cow dairy. Casein is very toxic to your liver. All of these things you can Google if you're interested to find out things. Google will be your best friend, as it's been mine. In chocolate, cow's dairy chocolate, there's theobromine and caffeine. Obviously, everyone knows caffeine is a stimulant. Any kind of stimulant is not a good stimulant. There's alternatives to most of the things that you can find. Like chocolate, we'll carob. Maybe next week I will bring some carob milk. It's like chocolate milk, but it's carob. It's healthy for you. It's got a lot of calcium in the carob. And then the almond milk that you'll find in the store, if you turn again, the ingredients, if you look at the almond milk, I'm not sure which brand it is, but most of the almond milks, I know the main ones, have carrageenan in it. Does anyone know what that is? What it is actually? Okay, it's red seaweed. That's what it is. I hate the way that they try and disguise the ingredients. I wish I could just say it's red seaweed or Irish moss. That's what it is. I was actually taught on this course that Irish moss, they used to make a carob Irish moss drink, that Irish moss was good for you, but it's not. Chicory, alternatives to coffee. It's not a stimulant. Chicory is something I've introduced to Andrea and Noe, Michael did as well, is chicory. If you look hard enough in your search and you want it enough, you want a healthy lifestyle, you can find alternatives to everything that you've got in your everyday life. Nut milks instead of cow's dairy, nut ice cream instead of cow's ice cream, chicory instead of coffee, this healthy cheese instead of cow's cheese. Okay, let's see here. A small but important fact is, and it would seem logical and obvious, is cooking your food. Cooking food is bad. If I had to take a cooked carrot and try and get it to sprout, you won't get it. However, if you take a non-cooked carrot, you'll be able to sprout. You'll see life in it. There's life in food that's not cooked. We use a dehydrator. That's now moved to this. Is that there's the four most important tools in this lifestyle is first a blender, second is a food processor, third a dehydrator, and then lastly a juicer. A good juicer if you can afford one. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to mention something about the carrots. Oh yes, that's what I was going to mention is, in regard to cooking, we use a dehydrator. Why? We set our dehydrator at 100 degrees Fahrenheit because we're supposed to dehydrate, cook our stuff at 95. So just in case, sometimes dehydrators run about 5 degrees lower than that you've listed them to run it. And so all of the things that we cook, bake, like the pizza, has been in a dehydrator at 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That way it doesn't kill any of the nutrients or enzymes that we originally put. You'll see all the green peppers, everything that's on that pizza has all the nutrients that you got from when you picked that plant or took it from the soil.
How long did you keep all the vegetables in the dehydrator for the
Okay, well, with there is going to be videos on the website which you can go see where you'll see right from step 1 right to step 10 or 12. We made the pizza base, we prepared it, we put that in the dehydrator for roughly 8 hours, and once the pizza base was ready to top, we pulled it out, put all the toppings on, and that was in. If you want to melt the cheese, you'll see also on the video, you can put it in the dehydrator for, I'd say, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Again, if you want the cheese melted. Other than that, that's the only reason why you'd want it in there. Other than that, you don't need that. You just put your toppings on, you put your cheese on, and the pizza's ready to slice and serve. The only thing we put in the dehydrator for a long time is the base, because it needs to dry so it can hold everything. Okay, on that list you'll see a big thing about this lifestyle is many people feel guilty when they eat. You'll read it also on that paper that you feel there's a different, there's a different satisfaction to eating this way. You can eat as much as you like without the guilt, but you'll also get a different feel of satisfaction to when you eat a pizza, a huge pizza, and then you feel like tired. That's the first thing I used to do. Does anyone know why you feel tired once you've eaten whatever meal? You go out and you eat a pizza or you eat steak, and does anyone know why your body says, okay, I'm done? Okay, that's your digestive system. That's your digestive system. What it's telling you is that everything that you consume, I have to put everything else that's in your body on pause, because I'm taking all the resources out of myself and I'm going to put it into working all these things so I can start giving you all the nutrients, whatever nutrients you put into your body. So your whole system is shutting down to work what's in your stomach, and that's why you might overheat. You know, might feel hot. You know, because your whole body is not functioning. It's your digestive system getting all systems running, and that's why you'll feel tired. Obviously, you know that something my mom preached to me a lot is that when you shouldn't eat before you go to bed. Like, you should give your system at least 2 to 3 hours before you put your head down to rest, because when you're sleeping, that's when you're healing. That's when your body doesn't need all this work to digest. That's why your stomach's got to be empty, so your body can heal any toxins. It can flush out the toxins. It can heal and rebuild. Sorry, Jay, if you could just pass me my phone, please. It's in my pocket there, on just below, straight there, in that same pocket there. I'm going to read you some interesting facts on how each individual part in your body, how long it takes to regenerate itself, the brain, everything. Thank you very much. Okay, you'll also see on that sheet that you should be, I don't know how many of you are going regularly to the toilet. Some people get a bit funny when I go into this topic, and I'll try and remain as balanced as I can, but you should be having a regular bowel movements of at least twice a day. I mean, it's a logical function of putting healthy food in, it going through the system, your stomach grabbing all the nutrients, it going through your system and your intestines, and then out. It shouldn't be something that sits there for a day or two. I can remember, honestly, and it's gross now when I know the way my system's supposed to work. I used to sit, I could go to the toilet maybe once a week. That's how clogged up my intestines and everything were, because of the incorrect food that I was eating, and I wasn't giving my body enough fiber and water to push everything through my system, so I would be able to go twice a day. I used to go once a week. It's terrible. Let's just see. Okay. Another big thing that you might hear once you start this movement is there was a girl who did this, and they try to teach it to us about colonics. Does anyone know what a colonic is?
Yes.
Okay, that's when they pump you through your Uranus. They pump water. Some people have coffee colonics, and then which is a terrible thing to do. But basically, they pump you from your lower region. They pump you full of water or wheatgrass, which is a good thing. Wheatgrass is a good thing, and it basically, how can I say, washes all your intestines and everything, washes all the thing, and then it pumps it back out again. So it's like a clearing process. I personally, the girl who went and did it, she said that she didn't feel any change from it, and from all the videos that I've watched on it, I personally won't be doing it myself. It's just too far-fetched. They say that guys don't really adapt to things going that side as well as girls do. So colonics, not for me.
It's not good.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing, supplements. All the supplements that you can find, supplements for, we used to get a bottle, and I don't think it was called A to Z or Centrum or something like that, but it used to promise you take 1 or 2 tablets and it would give you all your supplements for the day. Okay. I will say firmly, and that I've researched this, I've heard from all the different people that I'm studying with, supplements are a waste of money. The place to get your supplements is the green stuff, all the bright stuff that you see at the store, the green peppers, the carrots, all the colorful things. God put them here for a reason. You want vitamins, you want nutrients, get it fresh. Don't get it in a laboratory from a chemical pill and so on. That's where you get your supplements. The only supplement that I'd say that you can try and find, and not in a pill form, again, that you might need to get, because many people lack it, especially in winter, is vitamin D, which comes from the sun. Where you can find vitamin D, if your physician or doctor tells you that you're lacking it, and you're unable to stand in the sun for at least an hour to 2, you can get it from algae, blue-green algae, chlorella, stuff like that. All the different seaweeds can give you vitamin D. When you do, if you have the opportunity to stand in the sun, what you want to do is expose as much skin as possible, and you want to look, if possible, with your eyes towards the sun. Don't look to the sun, you'll blind yourself, but your eyes receive a lot of the vitamin D through your eyes, and then obviously your skin. if you have the chance to stand in the sun. That's where your walks could also come in handy when you're walking for a mile or two or for an hour. Every morning when I take a walk, my walk lasts about an hour to an hour and a half. How much distance I cover, I don't know, because I walk different speeds every morning. Okay. Sorry, just give me a moment here. I just want to get all the different facts on how the body regenerates itself. Just tell me if I'm running over time as well. Yeah. Okay, does anyone know what the lymphatic system is?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone want me to explain it? You guys know it?
Go and explain it.
Okay, sorry. Okay. It is the body's internal drainage system. It's designed to rid your blood of acidic and toxic waste. Without a properly functioning lymph system, our bodies become toxic waste bins, which result in excess weight and cellulite, arthritis, bursitis, I don't know what that is, headaches, different cancers, and a compromised immune system. Okay, so they recommend over here that massaging, to get your lymphatic system stimulated, that a massage is good, exercise is good. Dry brushing, this is something my mom encouraged me to do, but I don't do it either, is dry brushing your skin. And you brush with the way that your blood flows. Okay, deep breathing. The foods to eat to regenerate your lymphatic system, to get a healthy working lymphatic system, is lots of greens, citrus fruits, healthy fats. When I say healthy fats, nuts, avocado, melons, berries, and then water. Okay, factors contributing to a sluggish lymphatic system is stress, iodine deficiency, pesticides, smoking, prescription drugs, meat, and dairy. Okay. Garlic's another important thing. Wherever you can add garlic in your diet, very good thing. Why? It's a heart attack preventer. It immediately lowers your blood pressure, like beets. Beets also lower your blood pressure. It's a cold prevention. It's stomach and colon cancer prevention. It says sulfur compounds in garlic may stimulate the immune system's natural defense against cancer. Results show garlic can reduce the incidence of stomach cancer by as much as a factor of 12. Okay. Some liver detox food. Again, garlic comes up. Kale, turmeric, a spice, and milk thistle. Okay. Things for optimal brain function. Hemp seeds, berries, asparagus, avocados, carrots, watermelon, bananas, and dark leafy greens. Each of those I'll explain. Berries help with antioxidants. They slow down brain aging. Asparagus helps by folic acid, improves cognitive function. Avocados, fatty acids boost memory and learning. Carrots, beta-carotene reduces cognitive decline. Watermelon, water-packed foods keep memory sharp. Bananas, potassium and B vitamins make us alert and calm. Dark leafy green, vitamins and minerals enhance brain function. And lastly, hemp seeds, omegas, to help central nervous system. What we've incorporated as well at Jay and Andrew's home is a green drink every morning. With our green drink every morning, we've made it all veggies, no fruits. Why? If somebody is transitioning from lots of soda to lots of fruit juice, and that's what they expect in every morning, for the transitional period you can add an apple or a pear, but other than that, you don't want to add too much fruit. You don't want to get them used to what they're already used to in their mind. And you'll see, as you start incorporating more vegetables, eating and drinking, your tastes will slowly change to accommodate your new lifestyle. Your whole system changes up, your taste buds change, you're rebuilding your body basically from the ground up. It's throwing all the way the past, the toxic, and it's starting a brand new foundation. And so everything, you'll start to enjoy things that previously you stuck your nose up and said, sorry, I don't eat that. Okay, yeah. Okay, the best foods and the best green leafy foods are the best foods for health and longevity. Green leafy vegetables, kale, collard greens, mustard greens, spinach, and lettuce. Non-leafy cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables are very good for people who are going through diabetes, cancer, struggles like that. Your cruciferous vegetables are broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. I'm not going to go through the worst, as we all know with dairy products and meat and all that stuff is terrible for you. Foods to cleanse your liver we've been through. Has anyone ever heard of oil pulling?
Oh, yeah.
Oil pulling. Okay, what is that, no?
Oh, I thought you meant
I'm
like
trying to
the
remember, but
Cool
you
Whips.
swish oil in your mouth and it draws out the toxins.
That's exactly right. You'll put maybe about a tablespoon of oil in your mouth, and basically you'll just swish it in your mouth for 20 minutes. I never used to be able to do it for 20 minutes. If I could do it for 5, it was good enough. But basically, it's sucking. I don't know how it does it, but it sucks all toxins and stuff. And you'll see the oil is clear when you put it in your mouth, but once you've swished it around for a good 5 to 10 minutes, when it comes out, it comes like a very thick, milky, and it smells terrible. You need to brush your teeth after that. And basically it removes toxins. How it does it, I don't know. But it removes toxins from your body, from within your mouth and from within your body.
What kind? There you go.
What kind
Kind
of?
of oil.
Okay.
Is it synthetic motor oil or?
You try them and let me know how it works. That I haven't done yet. We used to do coconut oil, sesame seed oil. I wouldn't suggest olive oil, but those are the 2 oils that we used to use. Hemp oil, if you can get hemp. Hemp is a fantastic thing, and this morning I read along that they somehow got this new hemp seed, which is actually going to be able to take the place of olive oil, because most of the cooking we do is with olive oil, but now there's a new hemp seed oil that's able to burn at a higher temperature without losing any of the nutrients and stuff. So if you can find hemp products, I know they're usually very pricey, hemp is the way to go in oils, in clothes, in everything. I mean, if you do some research on it, I can't go into it in depth now, but hemp used to be a mainstay for families back in the day. For everything, they used to make boat, ropes, everything used to be made. The clothing, everything is cheaper to make. It grows a lot easier. You harvest more.
Well, they say coconut. I cook with coconut oil. This
Very
is
good.
for high temperatures.
Exactly,
also.
it's very good, yes.
So what about safflower oil? Are you familiar with that?
I've heard of safflower oil. Is that maybe another name? Like I know they call canola oil. It comes from rapeseed. So what's...
Dodie knows more about it than I do.
It's supposed to burn fat.
Okay.
Like
I'll
you
look
just
into it and
you
get
just
back to
drink
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drink it into your system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much.
Not much, just like 2 teaspoons.
Okay. Okay, foods to speed up your metabolism is cinnamon, poppy seeds, dark leafy greens, jalapeno peppers, oregano, grapefruit, parsley, mustard seeds, broccoli, spinach, cayenne pepper, ginger, and mint. Okay, another thing I do every morning before I go walk is I have a glass of water. Why? Because that increases my metabolism. I don't eat anything, I have a glass of water and I go walk, which immediately pushes it, boots my system like turbo into zone, saying, right, get ready for exercise, get ready to start losing weight, come alive. Glass of water and off I walk, and my system is ready for the whole rest of the day to burn. Okay, so it helps with weight loss, it increases the production of new blood and muscle cells, it gives you a glowing skin, helps to purge toxins from the blood, and balances your lymph system. These glands help you perform daily functions, balance your body fluids, and fight infection. Okay. Okay, how your body rebuilds itself. Sorry, this is the last thing I'll go over here. It says here, fact. Your entire body totally rebuilds itself in less than 2 years and 98% in less than 365 days, which is a year. Every cell in your body eventually dies and is replaced by new cells. Every day is a new opportunity to build a new body. Your brain, okay, your brain rebuilds itself in 1 year with correct eating, correct lifestyle. Okay, blood, your blood rebuilds itself in 4 months. Your bones, your body builds a whole new skeleton in 3 months. Stomach lining, the lining in your stomach rebuilds itself every 5 days. Okay, your liver rebuilds itself in 6 weeks. Your skin rebuilds itself in a month. Your DNA renews itself every 2 months. And that's it. So you, if you choose the right way to eat and the right way to exercise, you can become a new person. It really you can. Your body will fix itself up. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer off camera.
Yeah.